John Dramani Mahama and the Okasa Efa Ora Homomiakotie the John Mahama Ekaye.
Of our commitment to good governance and accountability and the prudent management of public resources. Mr. Speaker, we've made progress through strengthened collaboration among law enforcement agencies, financial intelligence institutions, and prosecutors. These efforts have led to initiation of criminal proceedings and asset forfeiture proceedings against some individuals and entities implicated in financial crimes against the state. But yes, I agree with the sentiments of Ghanaians that we must press harder on this accelerator. As of December 2025, EOCO has recovered more than 600 million Ghana cedis. The office has investigated 462 cases, with 15 currently under prosecution. It has dismantled transnational carjacking syndicates and has recovered 29 luxury vehicles that were stolen. Mr. Speaker, the government remains resolute that corruption will not be tolerated, regardless of status or political affiliation. The Attorney General's office will continue to use both criminal prosecution and non-conviction-based assets recovery mechanisms to ensure that stolen public resources are returned for national development. Mr. Speaker, I understand that a large majority of Ghanaians are impatient to see those who abuse their public trust in office held to account. Mr. Speaker, there were periods when, under military regimes and unconstitutional governments, extrajudicial means could be used to exact retribution against persons perceived as corrupt or who had abused the mandate given to them by the people. Mr. Speaker, this may have appeared as swift justice, but many regrettable excesses were recorded. In 1992, we overwhelmingly adopted the 1992 Constitution to accept governance by the rule of law. On 7th January, when I swore the oath of office before the people of Ghana, I swore to uphold the 1992 Constitution. I may be as impatient as everyone else to see justice done, but painstaking investigations must be conducted, dockets must be prepared, charges must be filed, and the accused must have their day in court, including appealing even on the smallest point of law to higher courts. This process is necessary to protect us all against abuse or ill treatment of citizens, and to ensure that only those guilty of offenses against the state are punished. As President Mills of blessed memory said, he said, and I quote, "The wheels of justice grind slowly, but they grind exceedingly fine." Mr. Speaker, let me reassert my determination to uphold the accountability of public office holders to the people of Ghana.
President Mahama Ekasano say, "We are Ghana ni obie ni Ghana ni buefu when it comes to say ope accountability chain or no." Or say, "We are Ghana ni ono say Ghana ni ono kra de o she obo say obi a wafa esika edibia no obe make sure say sankofo no sebio omo a omo di ye bone a ye wongyina so no omo nyina atwe oma so." O say Ghana for enti ase se ubuofu anadwi na wo hwe no anase ubuofu enda no pa na wo hwe na ni buofu chen no say yemfa ebufuo empam ntontom abra wo si wo hwe ho yemfa ebufuo empam ntontom abra o si wo hwe ho ni nyina de opeso ka che Ghana fo nyina ne se o se mom ye ti ase se emra eya de bi a sebio ende endi wa adwene be o se yemfa kotikwan bia so yemfa ndi obi na de on wasua every eye politics ene nyansa kakra we nyane nyina ne se oni Professor Mills nantie no Professor Mills ka sembi o se emra ewa abotre enya abotre ena sebio enyam ade na de emra eye ne se emra start se enyam ade a enyam no fiko it is all about all of us understanding say ye pese ye de emra ne di djuma na ye hodi omo a omo di ye kro no abo ye kro no edi adwirum ye twe omaso a Yen nyina yenya saa abotre no na emmra no endi ne dwuma pepepe. Ewom se yen nyina ye pentam. Ono na ye president. Obi ani wa ogi hit ne chen no. Ohye yebo, ose obeso ka che Ghana for say emmra no wo a eye adwuma ne de. Se echechechechechecha adiko edwoma. Echechechechecha gabi ochireda ko. Ofe ne to a echechechechecha akukọ ebenum nsuo. Ose de osia wo Professor Mills ho efa amamuo ene sebio akontabuo hu ne se yebu akonta na sebio o penentem se yemu a aya na wura fi hu se ebia na ochina hu ne ginanim intima akontabuo no nya pepepe krojen se ne beya debi no obi ngina bebi nka se ye kan ne kasabo ahye ne yem obi raise objection wo court a I say ma court ni di n'adwuma raise take care of the objection but I say eba eyedian akuntabuo say ya twi nipa bi aso ono ne bu ofu chen but mama ye nyina ntia say kebi ma menka bi ne atimi as far as the court no ho attorney general investigations ye di nipa bi akogina emrana no no o hye Ghana for say echechechecheche ye den a akukọ benum nsuo enti ende all kasa no say EOCO has recovered more than 600 million cedis. Some who be brain amunim. Menoka say EOCO sebio John Mahama ba ya almost started di omudwumedie no. Krono bia nipa bia bo. Ka nipa bia wia. Nyoma bia nipa ye no eye sumase. Omobusuafo ye politicians e bi nye politician no. Sika opepepe 600 million Ghana cedis. And then the EOCO enyama Ghana. O say ebaswa ende yenomo kasei ana onomo kasei ensema eda pono so a omu hwehwem nipa bi hu akoka adwam a yetoto oma no de oma kogina court no it is about 462 cases o say ye kasei a ogina eye parliament ene wudi nkoma ne bufuo ewo soro nanso sebio we nya abotira o pai de wankasa wani no o say eye ensem ana court cases a nipa edu magina eyeden court anu a ye di o masem sisia no nipa 15 cases ena wo court sisia 15 cases a omu nyina no efa eyeden court mram osa kasa no say eye EOCO nipa bia na omu botuo ejiji cars efa koti kwan so efra brochire ba Ghana ene Ghana ha nyina cars be 29 sebi obronika se luxury cars cars ya body boa etumi se ebusua dan 500 no o say omotumi agibe 29 o say o ka kire Ghana for say eye oman na otimu no se ubu ofu ani bu ofu chen ho nanso yentumi fa ni bre enye eni hahan ne de kwa prinkins ma fie nti o say nyina nya abotre na de bia no eba odi beja ne say Professor Mills oni di dwuma edidi nsawoso a osua ne nantiem no o say se wuyi eye den eta na se wo de nyam moko ewo eboba so a sebio wunya abotre na wonyam a obedwin se moko no enyam ntam na wunya abotre na wonyam ne kakra moko no ebefe fiko John Mahama asema okafa eye prosecutions ewo Ghana enso eno no. Now President Edin Komobi efa eye gold board.
By formalizing gold exports, we have reduced smuggling. We have increased recorded exports in the artisanal and small-scale mining sector from 63.6 tons to 103 tons. And we've channeled that foreign exchange into our economy. Mr. Speaker, when the cedi stabilizes, imported inflation falls, businesses can plan better, and household incomes improve. Mr. Speaker, as global uncertainty grows, it is necessary for us to reduce our country's exposure to external shocks, break the cycle of economic downturns, and safeguard our macroeconomic stability. Just last Wednesday, 25th February 2026, the Minister for Finance presented the Ghana Accelerated National Reserve Accumulation Policy to this House. Mr. Speaker, this policy seeks to strengthen our country's external resilience by increasing our international reserves to 15 months of import cover by the end of 2028, supporting long-term structural transformation while safeguarding macroeconomic stability. Mr. Speaker, it is forecast that gold prices will remain high over the next 3 years. And so this presents us with a unique opportunity to build an economic war chest to withstand any global economic shocks, to secure our macroeconomic stability and improve the standards of living of our citizens and build a lasting prosperity for future generations. By formalizing gold exports, we have reduced smuggling, we have increased recorded exports.
Mr. President, take us on a bibi for gold board. I say, Ghana for Oba abecheche gold in sensemu so achiremo. I say, eba gold and the Ghana etudi and sasi a book. Eka se gold way ye dia yetumi etu ye ekwan paso etumi enya free mu enya sika free mu as Ghana for no. Ye betu gold no oso omo buy no na omo about 63 tons of gold pen and esi wo. Si ye kasi ye ton a na nya sika bia and because of the gold board buy ya or the sami jemfi to ano sebio omo toto nyama ekeka nyama sieni ehun se Chinese for wiaye India for wiaye ye be stop illegal mining ye be bo ye ni ankasa egudie ho ban e de emra enhyehyeye ene sikasam toto ye papa abetare ho no o say ye tumi move from 63 tons to 103 tons and me na oka say sa sika ni nyina abaye Ghana sika anything a gold board etumi making over $10 billion in just a year. I see ensiwa I said your all catch Ghana for the say eba eye Ghana gold moon sensema and ya pass embra ya she embra sebio and gold no ya di bibe sie yenchirima ebeba abewu se gold ni bi wo ho na embra na oma ya she endra e parliament by 2 days ago no the embra na be nyina na say ya gold no ya kodru impempenso bia aban bia obebe bia no bebia gold ni da no ontumi ton ema ne enkosi ase. Si yaka se 20 tons da wo ho a 20 tons ene de aban bia ni obetuma ba ka se sa gold wo de nsa bom nti wahemra say ye bebo ye gold no ban sebio de ewo ho a ewo se yetumi ton de ade hihye ekuro no ye de ye schools ye de ye kwan ye de hye economy ni mu no ene ye betumi na emra beda wa a je se gold no ewo se yetumi de tabo no to baby a ye ntumi ndi gold ni nkopem a sebio ye beko ye nchiri masikemu nti o se Sanyuma we nyina na oye because on the obi anim sibi otie or buyer or the esla buyer or the contingency fund buyer or the a lot of fund buy and the manoka say Mahama case ewo ho and the yare kwankro nipa bebre entumi nko wontumi fa health insurance entumi enko no and the oko Mahama case obo obi da ko ene ne nkofo no yare ni surgery akese sika over 12 billion de guma omode eboa Ghana fo a omode ko yare kwankro into John Mahama no his life has always been about being proactive and thinking about tomorrow into gold in and someone na or say ende yenya gold yetumi to gold ye bo ho ban ye de kwan paso etu gold esie gold make sure say obi ntumi mbewia na yesu ntumi nkowie obi no or say sa gold no opese ebi ka ho ma ye nchiri ma no beto na eno ankasa so etumi build a mbre bi a ebedu a gold enwo akọ atwe no ye betumi akọ akọfa bi aton age ye nananom nti o say he is thinking ahead as today yenya gold nda ye ton bia ye de bi ye Ghana no ono so mpese gold ni nyina de ensa bebom o de mra ya shembra o parliament sa gold ye de tabona to baby a ye ntumi ndi enkom e ho de ye duru ase ye nananom dia in the next 20-30 years no eno na wo so omo so e de bo ekuru hu de bra nti John Mahama ma Ghana fo ati ahye se o chichire man no na oman no enka ye oman no embebunu oman no sebio ya de hia ye nya wo mo kura no omo so woni tirim nti ene gold a ye nya no o de mbraba ye de bi to ho ye sie bi aban bi antumi banka se me de me yakufo ado me de me Samira me na me pe gold me wia gold akọ Chad me wia gold de akọ India me wia gold abi ontumi fa nsanka gold because ye de aba parliament abeshembra. Now John Mahama can send me efa airport ho. Now I say government to begin work on new regional airport in Sunyane, Bolga and Wa. I say aban na aban we or catch Ghana for say omo tenase omo yen hyehyeye ye ba be airport ewo Sunyane omo eba aba be airport ewo Bolga Tanga and Wa. Sunyane airport en sheda nsuani John Mahama hu ni se o se ye ni yie nti Sunyane Bolga ene wa no or the airport ebe ko ho e ma sebio e ho so akwantuo ene nsawoso nti ebedum pempenso bi companies a mo be ko ho no mega say okay So me could be a company met my bank within 2-3 hours, met my bank within 1 hour, met my bank within 30 minutes. Into sign your money ebua companies, investors, world-class companies, because source of transportation are very important. Into see Sunyani wa any bolga and the omoda tokra taswa almost so eba benya airport kurjin dying soko plane betume to a free crime. Ebetume to every Kumasi, Ako Bolga, and Ebiso Asako Sunyane proper, Amax Sunyane 4, Omunyanso, and Ghana, Yenina Chichira boom. Osaka and Sembi Efa a year university so home. Or say Ghana for government is going to establish 3 new technical universities to strengthen skill development, enhance innovation, and support national industrialization effort. Menoka say, Oko a year John Abujina Pokruma. Okoa ubon se omuyeden omusi university ho eno eye grant a Chinese for the maya yedisi eye university or say or catch Ghana for say or saba be see 3 modern universities e Ghana ha se ne be ya technical university e betuma boa ye mabunu na omo pese omo tertiary institutions ekotoa eye university ne so ekotoa university so omesua eye skill technical skill no or say na ban way at the krata atwa omo eba besi university technical universities nkwa miensa e Ghana ha se ne be ya mmebunu no omo pese omo toa amadesua so e Sebio University abreso technical no omo so benya sa university nako into ahye Ghana for bo say ono ne friend John Mahama no wa bi pen ma Ghana for engineering di munyina munjini di say omo esa aba be den e be si 3 more universities ama Ghana for into mama eno so yemfa nto yekoto dwem now oka bibi efa to ehun President Mahama eka bibi fa to ho na ede na oka fa to ho mama mbiem na kwase bia nkasa Kevin boa oka bibi fa to ho to de no o say I am pleased to inform this August House that for the first time since 2018 Tema Oil Refinery has commenced the processing of crude oil into petroleum products again. Kwame Nkrumah, around the 1960s, I think, ena one Italians about together ena omusi a year Tema Oil Refinery. Under John Mahama 1, from 2012 to 2016, even from Atamil's time, proper from 2012 to 2016, John Mahama edi ewada akokoto to yenyina ehu adwuma omo ye na omo nane fango na eboa Ghana. John Mahama free power 2016. January 2017 the Kufuor taking over. January 2018 ena to omugu no. Tema Oil Refinery ena omugu no. Ena omo turn it to into a tank farm. Napo Kennedy Japan Baomia eye Ekufuor Gabimo omo turn it to into a tank farm. In this art breno ya the petrol bar omo kofa petrol eba na omo be store omo ankasa petrol na omo ton Ghana buying. John Mahama be take power in 2025 January. And mena woka say John Mahama say and wosu weni tia mena woka say to Tema Oil Refinery and the NDC are buying omo refining over 40,000 liters a day. We are talking about 40,000 barrels of fuel. And John Mahama under John Mahama, the CEO of Tor is one of the new discoveries under this government. Wabe show Ghana for say, you can be young, but you can prove to Ghanaians to say, when you are given the job and you know what you are doing, you can do it. The young CEO of Tor, the top 10 CEOs are under NDC government. You cannot pick 5 without picking the CEO of Tor. The young man, very quiet, very simple, paying attention to detail, has proven to Ghana for say, you don't have to be 60 years. You don't have to be 50 years. You have to be in a decent age group to be committed and patriotic to work for your nation. And the Tor works 24/7. And that is what John Mahama are instilling in the young people of Ghana. Sami Jemfi, you go to Tor, you go to BOST, you go to NPA, you go to all these very important state institutions. John Jenapo, you see all these young, humble people who are working hard. humility no ho. They are listening to people. They are not disrespecting people. They are showing intelligence and commitment to the job. They are serving the people. John Jinapo, the boss, CEO, the top CEO. You can talk about Sami Jemfi. You can talk about NYE. You can talk about what these are young people. Go to Mahama Kes, Obuobe Dakumo. Go to other agencies. These are people. Go to Forestry Department, Elikem Kotoko. These institutions, Jifa Gunumuna, they are working. You can see these young people are ready and willing to work for the people. Go to the health ministry. Ejuma Akando is doing very solid. My own. Only do anya korasa Eriko Poku El Capitano when it comes to agric and Ediania Busu Ghana because of Eriko Poku ni experience. There be na yehu videos and are buying for the first time in the history of Ghana. Ekuafobi blame buying say aban aduane ne doso betobi. And so yatna I'm under MPP. Kwasi afo be catch say planting for food and jobs. Omo de bodia betum 20 ebegu nkran say otumfo mfiri Kumasi embeto bodia won kran. Under MPP under Mahamudu Baumia omo de kwasi policy be ba omo say friend planting for food and jobs. Ye hu aduane baako. Under the leadership of Eriko Poku as the agric minister, Eduane Buso is managing the system. He's trying to coordinate with farmers. And we are seeing bumper harvest. It is because of the collaboration and coordination between the agric ministry and the farming communities. And the 24-hour economy market neighbor, all these farmers, they can send it to this market. That is how you build a nation. And the John Mahama or say, and the Orca such we tall Tema oil refinery that was from John Dramani Mahama. John Mahama Kasafa Ejuma jobs. Let's go to John Mahama. He spoke on jobs. President 1 and then President 2. I will explain.
And according to the Ghana Statistical Services, over 1 million Ghanaians have found employment between quarter 1 and quarter 3 of 2025. Mr. Speaker, and 950,000 Ghanaians have escaped multidimensional poverty over the same period. Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to report that our external position has strengthened significantly. By December 2025, our current account recorded a surplus of 9.1 billion, representing 8.1% of our GDP. This is a remarkable increase from 1.5 billion or 1.8% of GDP in 2024. These achievements have been driven by robust gold, cocoa, and non-traditional exports.
John Dramani Mahama and the Oka in some efa ejumahu. Na eno MPP for kokobo EPA ejimi. Say John Mahama say over 1 million jobs. Ebin see or see. Obeji eye banya akonya kese no as a government. The Okane say or see over 1 million jobs have been created, direct and indirect. Now or see between first quarter of 2025 and the third quarter of 2025. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. Now, so Obika say over 1 million and the MPP for nam normal kasa statistical service for a release statement. No almost say quarter 1 and 2 no na over 300,000. So statistical services say over 330,000 jobs have been created from quarter 1 and 2. It means say if it is over 330,000, the possibility say by quarter 3 2025 it is over 1 million. What's the big deal here? Comprehension amonti anase Jimmy na mojimi. When you read the statistical service document itself, this is the executive summary. Statistical service, key labor market outcomes. Let me read it to you. Or say, in the third quarter of 2025, John Mahama Kasano or say quarter 1 and quarter 3. Or say, in the third quarter of 2025, more than 15 million people participated in labor force. Where a statistical service document. Participated in labor force with approximately 87% employed. Now, when you're talking about 15 million people, 87% out of 15 million people, do the math. Now, when you go for it, it says this: employment increased by over 330,000 when they say employment increased by over 333,000, the first question you ask is, where was the employment number, and then where the 333,000 ever taught so? This is comprehension. Or say employment increased by over 330,000 persons between Q1 and Q3 of 2025, reflecting continued absorption of labor. Female employment consistently exceeded male employment throughout the period. Urban areas recorded higher employment levels than rural areas, while Greater Accra and Ashanti regions accounted for the largest shares of employed persons. So when you read the document from the Statistical Service said, employment increased by over 330,000 persons between Q1 and Q3 of 2025. So then you ask yourself, when they said the employment was over 330,000, the probability for we getting over 1 million people between Q1, Q2, Q3, it is possible. So what is the noise about? Is it comprehension? Because Statistical Service themselves said employment basically over 330,000. So if 87% of 50 million people were in the job market, and then 87% were able to succeed, then it means that 330,000 people were added to the previous number, which the president HM, so over 1 million people got the job. Unless say more MPP for Montebrofo, unless you don't understand grammar, unless you don't understand the comprehension, unless someone read it is basic, and this is an official document. So 1 million. When you say 330,000, it still means over 1 million, because the 330,000 is not a stagnant number. The Statistical Service could have said, only 330,000 people were employed between Q1, 2, and 3. But they didn't say that. They said over 330,000 persons between Q1 and 2. So they are making you understand the probability. So already idea MPs no more Jimmy. You just don't take a document and say, because John Mahama said over 1 million, it means nipa 1 million in Drew. When you read the document, the Statistical Service said number 2 million. Now say and the Obecho say 2 million a double. He is going to tell you say job losses say and the nipa lose ejuma na nipa 1 million lose ejuma. Na last month Obecho say nipa 1 million lose ejuma. Na say Osabe Kacho say nipa 1.3 lose ejuma. Obekacho said over 300,000 people were added to the unemployment rate. Meaning, Ocho said there is a significant number that is there already, and adding this number to the significant number. And into Obekacho said over 330,000. The probability that is 1 million, it is high. Into a comprehension, MP before Jimmy. Into the Statistical Service for Obekacho say, last month, over 330,000 people were added to the unemployment rate. It means there was a number that over 330,000 was added. It could be 500,000 people were added to that base number. In some cases, there was an increase of 330,000. That means there was a number that the 330,000 and over was added for you to arrive at the final figure of over 1.1 million. So the president was honest with Ghanaians. The president was reading from Statistical Service document. This is comprehension. Inti Abane created over 1 million jobs. And we have to all understand, the NDC government continuously, consistently, they have been honest with us. John Mahama has been honest. Already speech where we are, me who MPP Nibia, what me jana baby appointing number 5 said John Mahama boy. Nobody. Me who MPP Nibia, what me about out boldly to say John Mahama can we or boy. John Mahama can we or boy. All that they are saying, Abani a settings government. Abani we there. They cannot point to anything because the president has been consistent and he has been honest with Ghanaians. And that is what we have been asking for all these years. Campaign say NDC back to power. We needed a government that was going to be honest with the people. We needed a government that was going to tell the people the truth, no matter the circumstances we found ourselves in. And the government way to be taking a bold decision to take a decision on cocoa board, because we needed a government that is bold, that is ready to tell its people the truth. It is our reforms now about where they about cocoa board, and then in the next year, about changing the life of cocoa board and the farmers themselves. You always need a government that at a point will make very difficult decisions. At the end of the day, it will be painful, but at the long run, that decision will help every single person. And and I am so happy that John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, they have been consistent when it comes to they telling Ghanaians the truth about how Ghana is state etie. Mama yankonom Fanta Niembra. Thank you very much for staying. That was a Fanta break.